Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for April 17th, 2022. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 18, and if you add the 1 and the 8 together, you get the number 9. The number 9 rules the planet Venus, so this is the ultimate feminine number, and it brings its association with Venus and a lot of sex appeal and beauty. I call this number the beauty way, the path that shows us a type of enticement that moves us towards a path that brings light and lively engagement with our more positive parts. We live in a world that has many negative enticements, and so many in our world feed on that negativity, which brings depression, fear, and turmoil. But today, this number tries to get us to look at those eternal things that are about beauty, light, and love. When we let beauty and the creation of beautiful things become our motivation, then it allows others to be inspired. When a person has a lack of willpower, they are often not in touch with those beautiful things within that they hold. Venus teaches us that we must learn to love all parts within our experience in this life. After all, the deeper we probe into our core, the more wonder and magnificence we will discover. We cannot express emotional patterns that we have not yet experienced. We cannot feel another's emotional pain if we have not plumbed our own depths. Compassion cannot arise if we have not learned how to create order out of our own chaos. But too much internal preoccupation will limit our ability to engage and relate to the real world, and that is why we have to be willing to look within and then take those lessons out and into the real world. The astrology today. The moon intensifies the drama as it moves through Scorpio. Expect more shock as things continue to escalate. The emotional pulls are very real and some devastating. There are moments when we are asked to feel completely through the feelings that are arising. Many will notice the attachments that continue to cause suffering, and it is in these moments that we can learn the surrender that keeps evading our consciousness. Without learning surrender to what is in this moment, the suffering will continue to deny us that sense of understanding and acceptance. Uranus and Mercury will almost be at the conjunction that will happen shortly, and that can make us seek new tools to help us move past the current challenges. Try to make the process of growth exciting rather than fearful. Do your best to not gossip or infect others with ideas that your own ego wants to be true, but are not based on any reality. Venus will sextile to both Venus and Uranus. This will force open places that have seemed stuck and unmoving. That can create a greater sense of ease and allow for a fuller process of communication about what is real. There is a very new way that is opening in our minds. We are shifting out of our own selfish, narcissistic tendencies and into those places where we allow the expertise of others to shine and help solve the current problems. For some, there is a great sense of anxiety as actions will seem to ramp up. The old patterns are just not cutting it. We may notice that too many are caught in those places of repetition and in moments that will seem to want to drive us crazy. Notice if you are the one repeating, and instead learn mental discipline to break the habits of our old mindsets and shift into a more progressive way of being. I find art, in general, will break me out of the stranglehold of my past behaviors and habits. When we turn towards creative and romantic things, we look at the world with different eyes. Spontaneity does not live in their left brain, but is the ruler of the more creative right brain. Let things roll, and we might find the answers we seek. Thanks, everyone.